Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to repot this fuchsia. It's just starting to leaf out now, so we need to get it done. As you can see, the top of the soil is full of weeds and moss and all sorts, so we'll get it all cleaned off. I have a couple of guy wires that I put on to pull this branch down. We can maybe tighten them up another bit now. That one's not too bad, but this one anyway, we could maybe bring this one down another little bit. But we'll get it repotted first. Probably put it back in the same pot. It's kind of nice having the blue pot with the red flowers. So let's get cracking with this. So first thing we do, this one is tied in, so we'll cut them out. Not too sure how long this has been, this pot. It's been a couple of years or just a year or so, I can't remember. But it's so choked up now with weeds, so it's best to just repot it, I think. You can see all the weed roots, all the white ones, they're all over the whole pot, so yeah, it was just a bit, again, one of the trees got neglected. So we'll get it sorted and give it a bit of TLC next year. Yeah, you see the roots are already winding around the pot and they're quite big already, so it definitely needs a bit of a repot. The other one. There's quite a bit of soil in it too at this stage. It's getting a bit choked up, the drainage holes. You can see how thick the roots are getting. I think these you want to repot them every 2 years at least, because they do grow pretty strong roots. They have a tendency also to not even drop branches. I'm not too sure why they do that, but not often. But this one, it didn't drop branches, but one of these branches, I can't remember which one it was now. I think it was this one over here. Last year it didn't really grow much foliage on it. The rest was growing strong, and one of them, it was this one or this one, not sure, just didn't seem to grow much foliage on it. It was covered in foliage like that, but it basically stayed like that for the year, whereas the rest of it I had to keep pruning and stuff. But it's obviously recovered now again, whatever was wrong. Yeah, there's pretty long roots on this now, right? I might try and repot these a little bit more often, because they seem to send out a lot of long roots to the edge of the pot, and then they just keep going around and keep getting on a ton of roots, what I can see inside at the moment, apart from weeds. Let's see. I remember now, did I do an emergency repot on this and put a bit of organic soils into it to try and save that branch, or was it because it was too dry or something? I can't remember. That's again why I do the videos now, so I can remember all these things. I can go back and check my videos on them, find out next year. I'll be able to look back and see which trees I repotted and stuff. I could have went back and see did I repot this on a video. Not sure if I did or not. Okay, we're kind of getting down to the roots now, so I'm just going to get rid of that now and use the chopstick, just so I'm not damaging anything. Okay, what I'll do is I'll keep working on this and I'll give it a wash, get rid of all these weeds, and then we'll come back and have a look at it. I know it doesn't have a great trunk, the trunk comes down and then it kind of goes across, but it's just something a little different to the norm. I just collected these trees as they were kind of runners off a main big bush, huge bush, and these are just sprouting up. So I just kind of basically pulled them out and chopped off the top. You see the top where I chopped it there, and they've been just growing them and training them ever since. Okay, I'm going to take this out because it's quite wet. I think it'd be easier to do it in the water to clear off the rest of this, and then we'll bring it back and we'll have a look at it. A lot of long roots there, as you can see. They're all holding. There's a bit of rain, so they're all quite wet. Okay, so I'll go and do that and then we'll come back and have a look. Okay, so clean up the roots now. See, there's lots of weed roots in amongst it. Now these guys, I'm going to chop these back. So I'm trying to take this one back to here, just where it starts to send out. Or maybe I can take it right back to here actually. Again, not the greatest of root spreads on it. You can see the root. Just give that a clean with a brush. Get all this moss off it. I'm kind of a little bit careful scrubbing these because the bark is like tissue paper. I think it minds too much, a bit of damage, but you don't want to be completely. You see there where it just peels off like tissue paper, especially when it's wet. There's just a bit of dead wood here with kind of there. It's like green fleshed in underneath the soft bark. Okay, so I'm just going to prune some of these roots that are coming straight down here. Prune them back. This long one we'll take out. It's kind of hard to see the weed roots because the actual tips of these are kind of a white as well, like a very fluffy kind of roots. Okay, there's one more there we can get rid of, I think. There's a piece over there we can get rid of. I think that will do for now. Just trim them back a little bit. Okay, we'll get it planted up. We'll leave it at that. I'm not going to do too crazy on the roots because you can see they're actually starting to grow now. The tree is starting to take off. I just wanted to try and catch it before it does completely take off because summer's only around the corner now. And my trees seem to be growing a lot sooner this year. Breaking dormancy because our weather's been so good. Had a very mild winter. So yeah, the trees are really breaking. Well, it's lost a foot, that pot. These are only cheap pots. Okay, so we'll change that one, get rid of that, and have a look and see what else I've got to put into. Okay, so I have this long pot, it's quite a narrow pot. I was thinking you could do a kind of a landscapey kind of a pot like that. Might be a bit long. I have this one as well that I could more or less get it into there, okay. But I think maybe for a change I have this cream pot and I think it'll fit in there nicely. So I think I might go with this one. Yeah, I think it'll be nice in there with the red flowers too. So we'll go with this one. Okay, so I'll prep the pot and then we'll come back. Okay, so I have the pot prepared. I got 2 pieces of drainage cloth and a couple of wires in it. So we'll put a bit of a base layer down first and then we'll organise the tree in there. Back out the way a minute. Okay, I'll go with about there, I think. Lengthwise we can go down a bit. Some of these roots are actually going to be sticking up a bit, so we'll get rid of them. So the tree is kind of slightly over to this side of the pot, but leaning back across the pot like that. So I think that looks okay. Now it's just a matter of wiring it in. Just make sure we haven't got any roots caught. And again, we won't go too tight with the wire, just enough to hold the tree, don't need to hold it in the pot. So it doesn't fall out until the roots take. And wire cutters, where's my wire cutters? My foam tool board thing is working good. I can see my tools easy, get to them easy, and I don't end up having my bench full of tools all the time, just the ones I'm using. Yeah, and they don't get knocked off easy or fall off like they did when they were on the magnet, so Definitely doing its job. Okay, just a couple of twists there. Let's bring this one around. The tree at the back here, it's a bit flat, you can see there. I'm trying to think, where did I have this tree? I must have had it, I think I had it on a shelf on the side of my den here, and you can see the way it's grown. So I'm definitely going to put the back to the sun this year and get some of these branches growing out this way. If you're putting your trees on a shelf, on a wall or anything like that, or anywhere really, even on a bench, you need to kind of keep remembering to, if you don't have a garden, that the sun passes over the whole garden. Like, I don't, it comes up one side of my garden, and by the time it gets to the end, it's gone down again. So the sun always comes from one side. By the time it gets to hit basically the backs of the trees, it's gone behind some big trees that are outside my garden. So then the backs of the trees tend to get hit by the sun. So like that, if you have it on a shelf like this one was, against a wall or a shed or something, gotta make sure you turn it or you'll end up with a flat back. So we can maybe wire this one out, we can bring this one out, maybe we can bring this one around a bit. It's no big deal, we can fix it, and it'll definitely grow this way if we face the sun, face this side to the sun. It'll fill out in no time. But again, this is something I didn't do last year, so this year I will definitely try and keep on top of that. A lot of trees, most trees are okay, it's just these, there's a couple of them, a few of them that have been neglected a bit. When you have too many trees like I do, you tend to not have as much time for some trees as others, or you miss ones that, you know, you don't kind of spot what's happening with it. You realise that it's growing lovely at the front but not at the back, so you need to turn it now and again. But like I said, it's no big deal, we can fix that easy enough. Foliage is always easy enough to fix, especially on deciduous trees and things. You can get them growing whatever, wherever you want. Okay, so that's pretty solid in there. So we'll just have a little look at this, the structure of the tree now. Starting with this branch here, I think we need to bring this one just a little bit down more, I think. So I'm going to take this guy wire off this here. I'm going to bring it out slightly onto this branch here. Just bring that down like that, just a little bit. This one is probably okay where it is. Now look at the back here. They are a little bit brittle, but you can get a little bit of movement with some wire. Like that. I don't want to have to wire the whole tree, but we can just put a little bit just to bend some of these around, just to help with the back of the tree. So I'll do that. I'll just put a bit on this one, maybe on this one, just to bring them back together like that. So let's have a look what we have here. I'm going to go with quite a heavy wire because they're quite heavy branches. top of the two of them there. Be a bit careful if I can. Let's bring this on. Normally I would wrap it around the trunk, but this I'm just literally going to bend these just slightly towards each other. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything major, so this should do without having to go round the front of the trunk. Just give this one more turn up here. I'm just doing it as loose as I can, and I will just pull the wire like that. Let the wire do the work. So it's already, you see, brought them down a bit, round the back a bit, I mean. Oh, just be careful because they do snap quite easy, these. Okay, so that's already an improvement. Just bringing that two around. Anything else we could bring around? We could bring this one down here a bit. We could bring that one down, but rather than wiring that, I might just guy wire it to there and just pull it down gently. So we'll just get a bit of, got a bit of some wire here. And again, I won't bother with plastic tubing and stuff. These guys, if you do mark the bark a little bit, it doesn't, it pretty much recovers easy enough. That's going to slide there now, so I'm going to go over the joint. Take it through there so it can't slide. Again, just loosely. And then we'll just gently bring that down, and we'll bring it to this heavy branch down here. Just put a twist on that. Just go around it twice, like that. And that's just brought that branch down. Let's take this one off, that's going down there. So already you can see we're starting to get a bit of movement in it. I'm thinking this bit here, we can maybe reduce off altogether. There's a few branches we can work on cutting back and stuff, but we won't do it right now. We'll let it recover now. Okay, so we're already starting to get a bit more of a, once we get these guys growing now facing the sun, it'll grow out this way. You can see this one's just bent backwards, it's gone. I'll take that off altogether. But all these now will shoot out this way when they face the sun this way. So I think we'll leave it at that. Got a bit of structure out that way, so that should work okay. Alright, so I'll take it out, give it a good soaking, put it somewhere safe out the wind if there is any, and out of the sun for a couple of days. Okay, so as always guys, that's it for this one, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.